Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are reviewing a cup noodles flavor that is quite different and seasonal and limited edition. This is pumpkin pie flavored ramen noodles. Very wild, very crazy, but it's just a limited edition flavor that you could mostly find at Walmart. I think it's a Walmart exclusive, pretty much. I found this one and the turkey dinner cup noodles all together on an end cap this year. There was a weird one that came out last year, which was the campfire s'mores flavored noodles, which surprisingly were awesome and tasted amazing as a dessert. I would think the pumpkin pie flavor here is going to be more of a dessert noodle, which actually won't be too bad. It says to top off if you want with some whipped cream, but as we review things as they are, you don't want to doll them up or anything. We gotta be purists here at IIWR. That's what we're gonna do for today's video. Review this pumpkin pie ramen noodles and see what it's all about. So like I said, this is basically a Walmart exclusive, limited edition. They run about $1.19, so a very inexpensive, fun seasonal treat you could try out. I have looked on eBay and there are people buying all of these up and selling them for like $25 a piece with this one and the turkey together. And I'm about sick and tired of these scammers and scalpers and all that. I've seen it since I was a kid collecting Star Wars figures. But I gotta say, these scalpers are just downright scum. They are scum. But this is America. People can do whatever they want, and people can pay $25 for some ramen noodles that the person bought together for $2.50. But anyways, I digress. Let's make this thing and see if it is any good. So the directions on the side here says 1. Go for it. Remove lid and add room temperature water to inside fill line. Got my glass of water right there. There you go. Got a lot of powder on top. Smells like a pumpkin pie. Smells like a pumpkin spice latte. Oh, that is damn good already, just the smell wise. Let's take this lid completely off. There we go. And now the fill line is basically right above where you see all the goodies and stuff in there. So let's be careful here. Of course. Classic. You gotta be slow here because it takes some time for it to sink down. So you don't want to overfill it. You don't want to underfill it. It's got to get in all the crevices and stuff in there. Add a little bit more here. Okay, that should be it. And now step 2, we gotta cook it. Place in microwave center. Microwave uncovered for 3 minutes on high, 1000 watts, and let stand for 2 minutes. So, all right, well, let's just get right to that. Alright, now we're back. We've let this stand for 2 minutes. And now step 3, slurp away, stir and enjoy. So, okay, let's do that right now. I do smell like a bit of a savoriness to it. And I was looking at the ingredients and there is garlic powder is in here, onion powder. So it isn't just all sweet, but hopefully we won't taste that. But anyways, here we go. Oof, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Here we go. This is cup noodles, pumpkin pie flavored noodles going in. Something is wrong with this one. It is very salty, more salty than what I was expecting, because The campfire s'mores had no saltiness, no savoriness taste to it. This does. I do taste a bit of sweetness, but when it first goes in, it's almost like you are eating like a very salty, garlicky potato chip. That kind of seasoning. If you could scrape that off of a chip and put it in noodles, mix in some pumpkin spice or pumpkin pie spice you put in there. That's what it is kind of tasting like. Like, that is my first initial thought of this. Let's get a few more bites here. Oh, hot. It's hot. You know, I did come into this with the intentions of thinking it was going to be a full-on dessert thing. Because obviously, I mean, pumpkin pie. Let's just get down to business. But I think they are trying to be more pumpkin-y with like a bit more of an array of things besides it being a dessert, because when you do think of pumpkin spice, there are a few things that aren't exactly, sweet. There are some other things that have other more savory notes. But I am tasting a bit more of the savory than the sweet. And when I think of pumpkin pie, it is a bit more on the sweeter side. So I think they kind of readjusted and re-ratioed things on the wrong side, where there's a bit more of a savoriness than a sweetness with this thing. The sweetness is there, though. And I do taste a pumpkin type vibe with it. And it is pretty thick. But I think if you do put any more water besides, where the fill line is, you're not going to have that much of a flavor with it. It's going to taste rather bland, which I've seen some people say, oh, these tasted a bit bland, but I think they overfilled the cup. So that is bound to happen. Ooh, this is a weird one. It's not a disgusting one. But let's just get down to business. When you take and slurp up some of these noodles, you are going to be hit with more of a savory taste overall. But when that savory taste hits your tongue, you are also greeted with a cinnamon-like, nutmeg-like spice taste that kind of layers and chills at the bottom. But you will taste this overtly savory taste of just the garlic, the onion powder, the regular stuff you would find in a lot of cup noodle seasoning mixes and so on. And then towards the end, you will get more of a sweeter taste. Like when you swallow this, you will have like an aftertaste that kind of ramps up the sweetness. You get a savoriness for the most part, but then 75% into the experience of tasting this, it will ramp up and it will get sweeter, and you'll be like, okay, I was expecting more sweet, but there you go. So I would say approach this with the idea that it is going to be a regular cup noodles concoction, but with some pumpkin spice added to it. And it may turn off a few people expecting this to be full-on sweet and like a dessert. But it definitely isn't. It's everything mixed into one with that extra pumpkin spice kick. You got the brown sugar, the cinnamon, I think nutmeg. Is there nutmeg in here? There isn't any nutmeg that I see. They do have spice, just spice as one of the ingredients in here too. But yeah, you're going to get a little bit of everything in this. Is it good? Is it bad? I'll just say, if you like a little extra cinnamon with your cup noodles that doesn't have a dedicated beef, chicken, and it's replaced with a pumpkin pie flavor, this is the way to go. But don't think of this as anything sweet, because it is far off not sweet at all. But it is not bad. Like, say you find this in your lunch pail when you're at work and you're just needing something hearty to eat. You won't be disappointed eating this, because at least, you'll get that hearty taste, the thing you're craving, the saltiness and all that. But you also have like a nice festive pumpkin pie taste that isn't too gross or disgusting. Now, would this be a flavor I would want to turn to again? maybe one time more, but that would be an extreme case. I would say this is a one and done kind of thing. And like I said, it's not bad tasting. It's just kind of missing the mark on at least my expectations of this being a dessert kind of noodle flavor. Because, I mean, look, it's pumpkin pie, all right? When you get down to it, it's pumpkin pie. It shouldn't be anything else. No garlic powder, no onion powder, or anything like that. So I feel like they might have missed the mark on this, but why would they care if it's a limited edition thing? I'm sure they're not banking on this being a $1 million seller. But anyways, unless you're selling them on eBay. But yeah, I think all in all, I would rate this a 6 out of 10. It's not knocking my socks off, but it is something that I will definitely finish the rest of this. I wouldn't throw this out. It's not disgusting. And they at least tried. You know, the pumpkin pie flavor is there. You do get a sweetness towards the end. But all in all, it's a very hearty, savory flavor with a small dessert twist at the end. So, yeah. Cup noodles, limited edition pumpkin pie flavored ramen noodles. I give it a 6 out of 10. Try it once if you're curious, but if you do miss out and you just can't find this, just know you're not really missing out on anything spectacular. So, anyways, all right. Thank you guys for watching. I am DJ Glowing Ice, always wanting to remind you that it is okay to cheat every once in a while. And the next video, I will be trying this turkey dinner flavor. It looks like it comes with all kinds of crap in there, so that'll be interesting. So stick around for that. Until then, have a good rest of the day. I hope you have a blessed time, and see you tomorrow. Peace.